Hello, everybody. It's me, Colton Johnson, with Colton's E-Ticket Adventures. This is just our first episode of Disney at Night, featuring me, Colton Johnson, and my younger brother over there, Kam Johnson. So
Hello, everyone.
I just want him to quickly introduce himself. And as you're introducing yourself, Cam, I want you to
Mhm.
share your favorite ride and from both parks, as well as why you love Disney.
Okay, first off, I'm Pam. I am his brother. The don't know what angle it was when it shows me. Um, yeah, I'm a big Disney fan. I'm a big movie fan, all that stuff. But for this context, a huge Disney Parks fan. I've gone there all my life, from 5 weeks old to last time when I was 20. But my favorite rides from both the parks. My favorite from Disneyland Park, like the original, the 1955 Walt Disney Classic, is Pirates of the Caribbean. The last ride that Walt Disney worked on. I love it because it's just a slow moving boat ride that has two drops. And I just love the atmosphere of seeing pirates and stuff and the smell of boring. Like, is it called boring? I don't know what it's called, but the chemical in the water. It is also just the classic because I rode it a lot. I have fond memories of that ride. And also my favorite ride from California Adventure. At the moment, it has to be Radiator Springs Racers because it is one of the most technologically advanced rides and the most beautiful scenery of a ride at probably most of the Disney parks in the whole world. From the um, going inside and outside and all that stuff. Yeah, so that's my favorite. And why I love Disney, it's because it is the perfect thing to just enjoy. Like mostly the parks. Going there with your family from a young kid. Like first time I went was when I was 5 weeks old. Don't remember anything because small child. To my first memory of going there when I was my first memory of being ever was at Disneyland during Christmas time in front of It's a Small World. And all other family memories with me, my other brother, my sister, my parents, and grandparents, and all that stuff. And just the experience people have with their families and the history of the history of Walt Disney's taking time and effort of working on a park, and that's amazing.
I agree. I agree. So for me, sorry, my hair's a little bit of a mess. So when I say Disney at night, it's like nearly 12 o'clock where I am. But for my younger brother, he's down under, down in Australia, where it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's like almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
So it's kind of funny that like my background is the day and my background's nighttime and
Yeah,
your background is the daytime.
yeah.
It's kind of funny. Um,
Also, I have old California Adventure. You have new
I
California
have New
Adventure.
California Adventure. We'll get into
Yeah.
that in a second.
Oh,
My favorite
DCA is better.
my favorite ride, I like mentioned in one of my favorite or in my top 10 favorite rides of Disneyland and Disney California Adventure. So we're at Disneyland. It would either be Indiana Jones when it comes to rides, or the Enchanted Tiki Room, which I just barely released a video on that.
Yeah.
Which by the time this probably posts, which maybe it'll be like a surprise video that I'll post this week. Go check that video out. It's a fun one I put together. Over in California Adventure, my favorite ride over there is Guardians of the Galaxy. I just think it's so fun. Guardians is one of my favorite Marvel franchise, and I was very hesitant for when they did announce it, but like I loved it, and we ended up riding it. Like, how many times did we ride it when we went?
6 to 7.
Like 6 to 7 times, and It's just a blast. I love the music. I very much want to experience the roller coaster over at Epcot. I've actually never been
Well,
to
what
Epcot.
about Monsters After Dark during
I think
Halloween?
I think that would be a cool experience as well. And for me, why I love Disney, I've brought it up in a video. I think the first video on this channel. Disney has just been not just Disney parks, but Disney in general has been a staple in my life. I grew up watching Disney movies on my video players as a kid. I actually have a VHS player that I every Saturday, me and my daughter pop in one of the VHS tapes that I have. We watched Lion King one week, Snow White another week. And it's just kind of become this tradition. More or less, it's just kind of on, but it's just Disney has
Yeah,
been such a big part of my life, and Disneyland especially. I remember going, like my brothers mentioned, we went all the time as kids. We'd get checked out from school and just drive down to California. We lived in southern Utah, and so it was about a 6 hour drive, and we'd get a cheap hotel and spend a day or two at Disneyland. And over the years, it became slower because finances and stuff. But YouTube
yeah,
was also a great place where you could go and not only just watch Disneyland ride videos, but there's so many content creators out there like Fresh Bake,
yeah.
Offhand, Justin Scard, all these other wonderful content creators that were able to share their experiences of Disney. And it was a
And
way
history.
and history and invite it
Yeah.
into our lives. So yeah. Um but I kind of want to just have a little discussion about Disney California Adventure. It, I mean, I think it's a wonderful place. I think it's great. I think it's beautiful, atmospheric, picturesque. It's a wonderful park, and I feel like it's very much needed, especially um, over the years. Disneyland kind of felt crowded, and so it's good to have
Yeah.
a different place kind of max out that space. But Cam, I want you to talk about your thoughts on Disney California Adventure for a minute.
My thoughts, California Adventure. At the moment, like the modern California Adventure, it's a love-hate relationship. But the old California Adventure from 2001 to 2010 or 11, when they started to change everything to Buena Vista Street and stuff, I say that's the peak of my childhood. From the cheesy postcard atmosphere to original idea products and stuff. Not that much intellectual properties. Like there were some flops like Superstar Limo and what is it? Golden Dreams was that show?
Yeah, I was gonna say Golden Dreams is definitely one of those that I don't really.
Yeah,
I don't even
that
remember
could.
ever watching it beyond. I think I watched it on YouTube one time before it
Yeah,
closed.
we have never been to it.
They did a
I think we only.
they did the Halloween thing that was pretty
Yeah,
fun though.
the Halloween
They used
stream
to
thing. Yeah.
used to show like the deaths of Disney villains, and then everyone would just try to like compete on how loud they could scream.
It's
I
just
feel like that's like a fever
it's a
dream kind of.
yeah, and just the atmosphere of having like the tortilla factory.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
the tortilla?
I mean, I love me some Ghirardellis. I would love to have me one of those shakes, but and I mean it was honestly great on your birthday. You could get you got the little bag of tortillas, fresh
Yeah,
tortillas, and like it would last you throughout the day while you're waiting in
I
line
have.
and
We have never lied about our birthday.
stuff. Yeah.
Ah,
I'm glad they kept the sourdough place. It's always
yeah,
good to get a little piece of sourdough, get yourself a bread bowl. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's still there.
yeah, it's still there. I think pretty sure they make Baymax breads now and stuff like
Ooh,
that.
that's
Because
lit.
it's San Francisco, yeah. And I'm a
Yeah,
big fan of Big Hero 6, so
yeah.
I that's one
I
thing. Like
see.
modern, I don't dislike modern DCA. I just have some things like Pixar Pier.
Uh,
Pixar Pier is useless to me.
I
I think it's
see. I mean, I have Pixar Pier as my background over here. Sorry, I'm trying to. Yeah, it's my background. But honestly, when they announced Pixar Pier, I was so mad.
It broke
I
my
I
heart.
love I love the Ferris wheel. I love Mickey's Fun Wheel because it's so iconic. Like the Sun Wheel was great and all, but like Mickey is so iconic and it just
Yeah.
works. I mean, it was great having Mickey on the roller coaster and stuff like that. But I feel like having Mickey Mouse on the Ferris wheel made it so wonderful. I love when they originally did the expansion and overhaul of Paradise Pier. I love how they moved away from the quirky boardwalk to more of an
Yeah.
elegant midway boardwalk with Midway Mania and the
Yeah.
little fixtures they have. But I feel like when they added Pixar Pier, it just because it felt more like IP dump
It
more than
went from
anything
like
else.
it went from like a '60s beach postcard atmosphere to a like not I don't know like early 1920s boardwalk kind of thing. But
Which was
now it's like it gives me Coney Island vibes, like a Coney Island boardwalk. But
yeah, but I just feel like it's just a mess of different things. Like
yeah,
I like the idea of neighborhoods, and honestly, maybe it's just my distaste for the Incredicoaster. I think the Jessie Carousel looks cute. I love Toy Story Mania. It's honestly one of
yeah,
my favorite interactive attractions. The Ferris wheel's cool, and the shops are pretty good. And
Emotional Whirlwind
I think
actually works in that location.
I think Emotional Whirlwind works great in that location as well. I mean, it would be cool to see Inside Out utilized in a different way
Yeah,
in somewhere else in the Disney parks, mainly like Epcot or something. But it works for what it is, and they were able to reutilize an older
yeah,
attraction. I personally think they're gonna find a way to make some land, put Coco in the backstage areas, because then it would fit in. It would add it. But
well,
my gripes with Incredicoaster, I just think it just removes from that special aesthetic that it's supposed to capture of a pier with all the futuristic techie stuff
yeah.
that it's trying to show. But the issue is there wasn't really any other IP that they could have used.
But everything doesn't need an IP to
Yeah, no, I mean,
exist.
but to make it Pixar Pier, I just feel like it was just kind of a rush, especially when they opened Pixar Pier was around when Incredibles 2 came out.
Yeah,
It sort of just like was, oh, here's a new movie, here's something to throw at the fans. But then there's like the underutilized like Paradise Bay, which I
yeah.
still think is beautiful. There's the
It's
symphony swings, there's the Zephyrs, there's the jumping jellyfish.
I I do like Paradise Plaza.
Yeah, I think those are great areas. And I'm not saying Pixar Pier is bad. I just think it was just an interesting
It looked like it was a cash
thought.
grab.
No, 100%, 100%. But you look at that, but then you look over just the land over and see Cars Land and see
And
how immersive and beautiful that land is,
yeah,
especially at night.
like I like the original, like what they had before, Carl's Land, like the farm area and stuff. But it just was so tacky.
It was
Like
tacky,
I
but
love,
it also didn't really add too much.
yeah,
It definitely was much needed, especially Cars being the IP that it is. It's beloved.
yeah.
I mean, if you look at like the Crocs, the Lightning McQueen Crocs, those like sold out instantaneously.
I'm
It's such a
I'm a I'm a big fan of the Cars movie. I'm a big fan of like the whole atmosphere of Cars, like classic
no.
Cars.
I think the whole Cars I wouldn't say is my favorite of the Pixar franchises, but I don't think it's bad, and I think it works for the Disney parks.
Yeah,
Radiator Springs is one of my other favorite rides in the park.
and
Like
it's one
what
of the
you
best places to
mentioned,
go at night. It's one of the best places to go night or day. the best time to go is when the lights turn on and it plays Shaboom.
I agree. I think it is beautiful when it does that. But
Yeah,
I feel like another land in DCA that I wouldn't say I have 100% issues with, but like it's gonna be better. But that's Avengers Campus.
yeah.
I
Oh,
think it's
I
awesome
have.
having go on.
I'm a huge fan of Marvel, but it just feels empty right now.
Yeah, unfinished. It really kind of opened it feeling unfinished, especially having like the whole HQ in the background, but there's
Yeah,
nothing there. But I mean, we still have Mission Breakout. We still have the Spider-Man ride. I think there's like the Pym Kitchen, which I
yeah.
ended up trying.
There's a Pim
Um,
Kitchen, and then
there was
there's
the
the
Doctor Strange show, but
they
I
got
don't think
they
they do that anymore. But I
no
do
they
think
stopped.
I think they do. I do love the characters roaming around.
Yeah,
I feel like that adds so much to the atmosphere of the land. But
my love for the ride, the land was when they introduced Deadpool and Wolverine.
oh yeah, that I
It
feel like
bumped up the land color points to me because they're
yeah,
not afraid to throw something out of the blue that they have to put a lot of like improvisation to or something. And most of these characters, they walk around with a script technically, and that they have to memorize things to say. But when they have a Deadpool, they have a character that does not technically have a script, and Disney has to deal with the the downsides of if he says something that's messed up, Disney has to think, oh, okay,
yeah.
that's how we do it.
I'm sure there's regulations and
Yeah,
whatever. It's like the genie they used in the
the Ala-
Hyperion.
the, the Aladdin show.
I missed the Aladdin show.
It is so amazing. It was a good time with air conditioning.
Oh no, definitely. And you need that in theme park, especially
Like
on hot
my
summer days.
my second old favorite area of old DCA was Hollywood Backlot. The Hollywood area. I forgot it's called Hollywood Backlot. What did they
I
used to
think
call
it
it
was
back in
like
the day?
Hollywood Picture Backlot. And that's that I disagree. And I disagree in the way of as a land, I feel like it was a little bit messy. I think it looks a lot more prettier now, and how they've kind of distinguished the difference between like the street versus like they have the Hollywood backlot area, which has
Yeah,
um Monsters Inc. and the little stage, and then I mean Filler Magic kind of more so on the street.
we don't get into my thing against Fear Magic
Yeah,
today.
sorry,
I
I really need to take a sip of water. I'm gonna die, but
Yeah, it's just I had so much fond memories of the Hollywood Pictures Backlot as a kid from going to Muppet Vision
Muppets is
and
so iconic. I
going
really
to talking, go to Playhouse Disney Live on stage.
oh yeah, that was fun. It used to be so when I was one of my youngest memories, it originally before it was Playhouse Disney, I think I might be wrong. I might be just mixing it up in my head, but
I'll correct you if you're wrong.
it was Big Bear in the Big Blue House, or he was in the show. He
Yeah,
was a
he was
big
in the show.
part of the
He was
show.
in the show.
Yeah. I
Before
think the
Playhouse Disney was the ABC soap
ABC soap opera.
opera.
I think I'm getting confused with so over at MGM or Hollywood Studios and Disney World, before they had Playhouse Disney, they had a show dedicated to what's it called? Big Bear in the Big Blue House. But
Yeah.
I think there's the Disney Junior Dance stage or whatever. That's I think if Disney wants to be smart, I'm sure you would probably agree. They should make that a Bluey show.
Yeah, it's the
Just dedicate
license.
to Bluey.
It's the licensing that they can't get it done because in
That's
Australia
true.
we don't have Bluey on Disney Plus. We
Oh,
have it
really?
on. We don't.
I
It's
forgot.
so weird.
I forgot that it's a licensing thing, and Disney.
I won't be surprised by. I won't be shocked if Disney buys Bluey or like it
Yeah,
owns the rights in the future years.
well, it's one of the
'Cause-
streaming things on US Disney Plus. Like
yeah,
kids
and
love Bluey.
I started when I found out Bluey. I'm like, oh, that's not good. But watching a couple episodes with my wife and watching a couple episodes with my my niece when she was, who lives in New Zealand. Like, yeah. Whole thing. I started liking Bluey because it's not like any other kids show. But if they put that in that spot,
Kids would
will
love it.
line.
And I'm
Kids,
not,
grown-ups will line up to go to that.
yeah, and I'm not saying that like whatever it's good for kids to let out their energy, and that's what kids need. It's
Yeah.
inside, there's AC, and it's just a good place for kids to find something that they relate to.
It's just sad that they like my other favorite part about the whole backlot area was the animation academy place, the whole area.
And it's still pretty cool going in there.
But they took out a lot of stuff that they had, like, and like they had like a whole section for like mimicking voices of Disney characters and things.
Yeah, it was like the Ursula thing. They actually closed the Beast Library as well.
When did they do that?
They closed it, I think, either earlier this year or late last year. So all they have is the Sorcerer's Workshop, where you can make little animation things like that.
I'm glad I was able to do that before last time we went.
Yeah, and I think Turtle Talk with Crush is really fun, and it's great that they have these experiences where you can get out of the heat a little bit. I do think that they need to put a new show or bring back an old show into the Hyperion.
Yeah, they can do whatever they want. They could with it. It'd be kind of smart. Every year, change out the show.
I think it'd be what would be cool, in my opinion, is make a theme park adaptation the best of their abilities, maybe a condensed version of the Broadway version of the show of Lion King. Did I not say that?
Yeah.
Wrong?
Yes,
It'd be cool to have Lion King.
I think they should switch it off. Like Disney has, I think, with Hamilton, they own parts of Hamilton.
It would be cool to see a condensed version of Hamilton. I don't.
Well, just like what's it called? Is it called a mashup when they do a couple songs and stuff?
Yeah, I don't know if a mashup.
But the story.
Good. I don't know.
What I was thinking is they do an original idea. This is crazy. A show, like a musical show, with all like from the beginning of Snow White to now of Disney things.
I mean, in other parks, they've done shows like that. Where it kind of tells a story. And I feel like that would have been great for the 100 years of Disney. That would be a pretty good idea. I mean,
or Walt Disney show. But
I mean, we're getting that over the other
one man dream, the musical.
But we're talking about California Adventure. We'll probably jump into Disneyland and our thoughts. But moving on to Buena Vista Street, I think that's a beautiful area, and I feel like it just adds so much atmosphere as you enter the park. It's unfortunate that we'll be losing our red card trolleys, but I feel like it is what it is at this point. I maybe rode it once or twice. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but Sunset Plaza.
No, I think the Carthay Circle, having that there is beautiful, and it just adds so much touch. I love the Walt Disney statue as well. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's just I just miss that old toy shop.
I know you love that old DCA. I know. And then in Final Land is Grizzly Peak, which is a pretty solid land. It has Soarin', has Grizzly Peak, or the Grizzly River Run. It should have Country Bears Jamboree, but that's my own opinion.
My hot take is
Disney
Keep soaring over California all year round.
They have 2 theaters. Why can't they just
put,
do one and then the other?
that's because people
Also,
complain.
I thought that, I mean, I'm sure that like with the technology, they could have done this. But I thought when they did World, I thought they were gonna make it a lot like Star Tours, where it was
Yeah.
gonna be different every time, but it's not. But I mean, Soaring Over California is not really
I
gone
don't have.
away.
I don't hate Son of the Wood. Like it's because it makes people around the world happy because they see, oh, that's where I'm from and stuff. Like I see Australia when it goes down that one section. I'm like, oh, I've been there. But just Son of California has a soft place in my heart because going on as a kid with our mom.
And having Thuck the New Thews.
We don't get into the childhood stuff like that, the socks, the shoes, and the
Yeah.
other stuff with talking and the crush.
Yeah.
And yeah, this area is a perfect area. It's a good area to walk in the daytime. That's a daytime area. Like
I
going.
kind of get spooked out walking through there at night. Not
Oh,
gonna lie.
it's terrifying.
Yeah.
I think it was like me and my wife was trying to get back to you guys to go on something. And we went through that area. I'm like, this is terrifying. I'm like, is it the painkillers kicking in or this? Or it's spooky.
Yeah, it can get a little spooky back there.
But
But
just
the Grizzly River Run's a fun ride. Where did you go? Oh, there you are. Grizzly River Run's a fun ride too. And I a lot. I think they should have the Country Bears. I've experienced Country Bear. I mean, I remember brief glimpses of the Country Bears they had at Disneyland, but I was like 2 when they got rid of that. But
my idea is I love the challenge trail area that's in there, like the area.
Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
Get rid of it. Get rid of it. And I have another hot take that's gonna be people are gonna be mad. Get rid of Little Mermaid.
No, I
Get rid
like
of
Little Mermaid.
I hate Little Mermaid. It's just
I like Little Mermaid.
how do I say it? It does not fit for me.
I think it's definitely better. I mean, it's the same ride, but the facade and line and queue and everything at Disney World's a lot better because it's Disneyland. I think it's fun. It's a quick little ride to get on.
It's a 5-minute wait. You're not waiting an hour for that.
It's a 5-minute wait at California Adventure, but my wife and I waited for Little Mermaid for like 45 minutes at Disney World. So
what?
It was a busy day.
I don't think I'll wait. If that's a ride, I would not even wait like probably 12 minutes for. 5 minutes is enough.
Yeah.
It's like finding Nemo. You won't wait. Finding Nemo right now. If I got someone said, "Oh, you want to go ride Nemo?" I'll say, "How much are you paying me to go and ride it?"
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole discussion in the future.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the time that I've had with you, Cam, on this little adventure called Talking About Disney at Night, even though it's daytime where you are. Before we go, I just want you to share where people can find you if anyone's even watching this video.
Who knows? But if you want to find me, I have a TikTok that is Vintage Protagonist on TikTok. Protagonist, like bird's nest, and not. Yeah. I do GTA videos. I do call content stuff, talk about classic cars, and I'm working on a new channel talking more about my other passions I like.
Cool. And then for me, you can find me obviously here at Colton's E-Ticket Adventures, as well as my main channel, Empty Popcorn Bucket Productions. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. I'm sure this video is a little bit longer. We'll probably do this maybe once a month. Well, we'll just sit and talk and have a different topic. But Cam is my partner.
It gets us time to bond as brothers.
Of course. Cam is my new partner when it comes to this channel. Even though it's called Colton's E-Ticket Adventures, I had this idea to create a channel with my younger brother, and I'm excited to work with him. He'll be hosting some of the videos that I will have on this channel, and it might help me upload more because he'll be able to provide me with great videos. He's creative, and I appreciate all that he does. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Cam, for joining me.
Yep.
Everyone have a wonderful
Glad to be
day
here.
and have a magical day. Bye.